Jacinda, I want you to just say a little bit about the music policy because she's worked so hard with the music industry. Thanks, Jacinda.
I'm not a children's art house, but thanks, Steve, and thank you all of you for coming today to hear about our policy, which we're really excited about. You know, it's so easy, I think, to pay lip service to the role that the arts play in our community. But it is so much more than just a play shaper. But how important is that role, though, as a play shaper? And I think that in the past, Labour governments, the reason we have been so focused on arts, culture and heritage is because we understood the role that it could play in shaping our identity of ourselves. And music is a core part of that. You know, in 2001, 6% of sales in New Zealand were of New Zealand music. Only 6%. Now we're looking at much closer to 20%. And that hasn't just happened. That has come through fostering our own domestic industry and by making sure that they had a market. And some of the things that we did around airtime for New Zealand musicians have made an incredible difference. But what we've tried to acknowledge in this policy is that things are changing dramatically for the creative industry, and the same goes for those who are working in the field of music. And so we've tried to make sure that there are three elements really of our policy to acknowledge the dynamic industry that our creative sector are working within. Copyright has dominated a lot of the discussion for our creatives and almost put unnecessarily them head-to-head with those in the IT and ISP sector. We're now at a place where we have a framework to protect the intellectual property of our creators. The next step, though, has to be how we make sure that the really valuable role that our creators play, that they are able to protect their own work and that they are able to continue to survive off the back of their own work. So what we've committed to is working alongside ISP providers, the music industry and musicians themselves to create a digital platform which allows them to monetize their own art. This is something that is being developed around the world. The likes of Spotify, for instance, overseas is a real example of what we can do here in New Zealand. We've got to get ahead of the game if we're going to continue to be able to support the music industry in New Zealand, and that's exactly what Labour is committed to doing. There's two other quick areas. One is acknowledging that actually there is a huge market outside of New Zealand for our musicians, and they deserve our support in going out there. And the difference for us, though, is it's not just about Australia. We want to make sure that our musicians have the chance to take their talents much further afield. We don't have to continue just to have a battle with Australia over Crowded House. We have so many, so many musicians to be absolutely proud of. The Naked and Famous, a brilliant example, are doing so well in Germany right now, and are just an example of what is possible for us. And thirdly, what are we doing to support our young musicians? Our role of putting musicians into schools, it was a fantastic program. We want to make sure that that's back on the cards as well. There's one final thing I want to mention if I can see already. I know I'm taking too much time. But I'm like a spokesperson for employment as well. And for me, this government has tried to pretend that the arts don't have a role in our economy. I think that's a complete fallacy. And they did that by attacking PACE. PACE now has been slowly eroded across the country. Here, there's a fantastic program. We want to make sure that we learn from best practice like places like this, and that all of our creators across the country, PACE isn't just a code in the wind system, but really a dynamic program that allows our creators to thrive. And finally, our actors. The changes that Jonathan Coleman made to the immigration process has meant that essentially our film and television industry is treated differently than any other sector in New Zealand. For every other sector, you have to demonstrate that you can't fill a job in New Zealand before you bring in migrant labour. Jonathan Coleman changed that for the film and television industry. He's not backing our local talent and giving them a chance. We're yet to see the reasons why he's done that, but instead of just trying to find out his own personal rationale, we'll just make sure that we overturn his changes when we become government on the 27th of November.